A viewer left a comment on one of our videos and said, hey, would you be interested in an Insley Excavator? It's in your neck of the woods. I said, absolutely. Then I come to find out the stupid thing's 100,000 pounds. My name is Tyler. You guys are watching Diesel. This is an Insley H2250 that's been sitting here for maybe about 20 years, legend has it. And I think I've loosely agreed to buy it, so we got to get it out of here. Today, we're going to see if it starts up. Let's get into it. All right, so besides the fact that this thing is absolutely massive, outdated and been sitting here for a long time, just, you guys have seen about as much as I have, and it looks like it's in pretty good shape. I mean, look at the paint on this thing. Looking, you know, I don't see like a ton of cracks or anything, and I haven't looked that close yet, but sometimes you'll see like a big patch in the boom. I don't see anything like that. The chrome on that cylinder looks amazing. The pins look maybe a little sloppy, but I think I've seen worse before. The bucket has all its teeth and looks kind of in nice shape, to be honest with you. Again, I don't really see any cracks on this side of the boom. That cylinder's sucked in, so the chrome's probably okay on that. The hoses even look decent. It's got the ever heralded triple lift cylinder because you know it's better than 2, 3. I'm not really sure about the undercarriage with the integrated chain and grousers here, so we'll have to get into that. But again, I mean, everything down here just kind of looks okay. The main pivot on the boom doesn't look bad. I don't see any cracks or welds there. I might see one little flaw right there. That main support on the track might be cracked there. Hydraulic oil cooler's got a leak maybe. She's pretty wet. Wow. I believe it's got an 8V71 in it. We'll open the door in a second here and find out. Once again, a little wetness. That's okay, we know it's got oil in it. To be honest with you, it looks kind of okay. And before you guys ask, my dad might be on his way. It's February 1st maybe. And it's like 20 degrees today, it's cold. And you can see the snow just starting to fall. I think there's a snowstorm kind of coming across the state, and it hit him before it hit me, so he might be down, we'll see. He's the final say in this ordeal.
And the radar doesn't look bad, but it's snowy here.
Oh, geez. Oh, boy. Alrighty. All right, so here's the story. We all have pilot controls or electronic controls now. That is a big cylinder and it takes a big valve to move it. So when you move your joysticks in your machine, it moves little valves that move bigger valves that control that. Or sometimes it's just all electronic now. Old machines like this Insley are not that type of control. It is direct control. One thing that makes these older machines outdated, I don't want to say that it's bad. I mean, it's not as good as this is all direct hydraulic control. So what you see here is these are for your tracks, I believe. And then my dad will tell us these are, you know, you've essentially got 4 functions. You've got swing and then 3 for your boom, lift, crowd, and curl. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're just in here working your feet and your hands like a madman. I think my dad has a lot of time on one of these. So yeah, cut scene right here to him running an old Insley. So anyways, we'll get him in this thing and he'll just be running it like a madman. But right now, I think I need to figure out what's wrong with it, what it would take to get it started, and get it out of here onto an absolutely massive trailer. So first thing, boy, those feel good. Those feel really good. That one's broken. So these are, I believe this ends up going into like these linkage cables that go back. We'll check out the valve body in the back of the machine. That feels okay. I guess why am I being a chicken? Why not climb in here? Oh yeah. nice and sticky. So that might be the name of the game there, freeing this thing up. Huh. All right, and then this, I'm guessing is engine throttle, but I don't know. Is this throttle? Maybe that's throttle. This is when you wish your dad was here, you know? This almost seems kind of silly. Man, it's also freezing today. All right, so if you look at that cable that runs back, this is the most amazing throttle cable you've ever seen. Goes right up to the top of the engine. And then there, you guys can see those are those linkages I was talking about that move back, looks like to our main valve body right there. So we might have a little bit of work to see if those are free. All right, I think that is for sure our throttle cable. And this looks like it's our emergency stop. Our engine oil is a little low, but it honestly looks pretty good. Okay, we gotta check out the air filter. The air filter looks nasty. There's little steps for me over here. It has coolant. It's a little low, but it does have coolant. The snow is making everything great. Okay, here's our hydraulic tank. I'm guessing this is fuel right here. It's fuel. Oh my goodness. This looks like the battery hole. Looks like it wants 8 Ds. And I did not bring 8 Ds today, but we'll see. This just don't look right. But we'll see, we'll see. All right, it's not terrible. No sparking yet. So this is where stuff starts to get weird because it's like a linkage nightmare monstrosity. I just in my head, there's a lot that could go wrong there. If you hit the key, does the starter stick? And then I'm coming from the cab back to here to try and fix something, or over to the batteries. This is where, you know, you pretty soon get to the point where it's like, man, you wish your helper was here. Let's check the air filter. I kind of just want to check everything and free it up. And then we got the other part where it's a Detroit and the injectors could be stuck. As I always say, why do I do this again? That looks okay. I might just leave this off, I guess, for now. Looks like the air filter's on there and it's snug at least. We'll have to find a lid for it. She's a little corroded at a later date. Just lacking the confidence to hop in it and hit the key right now. That's honestly where I'm at. All right, I just FaceTime my dad and he cannot take it. So it's probably like an hour and 40 minutes for him. So he's gonna get on the road. So we'll wait to start it until he gets here. But he's interested, he's digging it. So why don't we try and just make sure we understand the engine situation to start it up and stop it. And then after that, maybe we'll dive into some linkages. All right, so this seems to be our throttle. And oh, that's interesting. Looks like it was a linkage at one point. I'm guessing it's got to be pull to throttle up. I mean, do I know that? I don't, but I just don't see. So this probably is the shutoff cable. But what I'm certain it is, it's just the idle's adjusted low enough so you just let the throttle out all the way. And it'll stop. And then this, I believe, is our emergency air flapper. So if we were to pull this, see how that comes down and stops it. So that's good. That moves freely, and I think that could be activated from down below. Okay. Just one of the scary things with the Detroits is sometimes the injectors stick. And I don't, well, actually, you know what? Looking at it right now, this valve cover looks pretty easy to pull off. Maybe we should just check it and see. Oh, come on. Oh. Wow, looks clean. Looks very clean. So all you want to do, oh yeah, that's good. See that? So right down there is the 4 injector racks, it's called. So it literally is like a rack and pinion on a steering. And then this throttle arm controls your throttle. So sometimes what'll happen is the injectors just will get bad fuel or something and they'll seize up. So you just like, and then what happens is it starts wide open and you have no throttle control. So what you do is you just take the valve cover off, make sure there's no stuck injector. So I think we're good. I mean, if there's a stuck injector here, then maybe I look on the other side, but maybe naively so. I'm not too worried about it having any stuck injectors now. So, you know, just how clean it was inside there, how clean the machine looks. I'm kind of not, you know, usually if you get into something that's been sitting and it's been sitting because it's in disrepair, then, you know, you're going to find things like bad fuel, stuck injectors, things like that. But this thing really looks like it just was sitting because of, you know, maybe someone was done with it, but it looks like whoever had it kept it up nice. Looks like it's in good shape, this machine. My dad kind of said, hey, can you maybe check the bottom of the drain pan? I don't know. What do you guys think? All right, so this looks like the stop cable, even though the one below it says stop. And it looks like a decent cable. Both of them do. That does move. Look at that. So, yeah, sorry. Why don't you guys go back there and see if it moves the shutoff for me? All right, so the lever's to the right of ways. I'd say point at the front of the machine, then we go push it in. Yeah, okay, cool. So that's our shut off. All right, so we've got essentially, what do we have? We have 6 levers, so we've got 1, 2, I believe these are the back right ones for the tracks. So those go up and back to that valve body right there. So we'll make sure those do work right now. What do you guys see? All right, so next, I believe this is our outside, which I think is our pedals. So you've got this one, and then through this linkage monstrosity, this one over here. So let me spray these down. And I also have no idea which linkage does what. I have no idea. I've never ran one of these things in my life. It kind of moves. Yeah, there it goes. All right. That left pedal does not want to move. Starting to see very quickly why Pilot Hydraulics took over, beyond the fact that this thing is probably super fatiguing to run. Let me try and decipher this a little more. I need another guy. All right, so these two, I believe, are the mechanical linkages from up front. All right, so it looks like that right stick is maybe the spin valve body. Let's see if that is the truth. Did it move? No, it's not moving, meaning that maybe that thing's seized up. Oh, there it goes. Boy, so it's not seized. Ah, I see what's going on. This thing is just broke right off. So I think what the deal is this is just welded to the floor. So broke off. We'll have to think about that one. I'm sure it just needs to be welded to the floor, but that's not an easy feat today. Okay, so that means this is spin, which is our right lever. This is broken lever. And this looks like it has something to do with the lift. And then our foot pedals must be for dig. So I don't know what that one is. Is this one? Huh. Okay, this might be like your bucket curl or your crowd, your boom in. And then this might be the opposite one. One of them works. I gotta figure out what moves that one. We'll try and mend this. I don't really know if this is gonna move or not. I can't really tell. This one is seized. This is our left pedal. And that one is broke. And I don't really think it's not giving me vibes that it's gonna move either. I don't know why this valve body would be seized up. So I think the picture is becoming clear. I think we got one valve body stuck, which is why that foot pedal, the left foot pedal, is stuck, and then that's also why that linkage right there is broke, because the one valve body is stuck. So we can fix the linkage, but I don't think it's gonna mean anything until we get the valve body. Oh, and yeah, this is getting pretty bad. We have one control that works right now, and I don't know what it is. And then the other pivot point is busted off. So the linkage on this thing needs some work. Okay, but 2 questions I have for you guys. Number 1, what does this lever do? I believe this is that inside side of that valve body, and the hoses look like the hoses go up to that like big can, and it looks like it's on the opposite side of the other swing motor in there. So I'm wondering if that's like another swing motor or another swing brake. And then there's this valve body right here, which looks like it goes to one of the linkages on the console. And then the 2 hoses from that valve body go to this middle lift cylinder here. So I don't know. If it has like a heavy lift mode or something. I think Farmcraft's excavator has something like that, but where it just maybe moves at a bit of a reduced speed. And uses that middle lift cylinder, I'm not really sure. So I think I'm gonna get the rest of that one piece of linkage off. Honestly, if we have 4 pedals or 4 functions, and one of them works right now. All right, so I think that's the hydraulic oil fill right there. But being an idiot I am, I didn't bring my big boy tools today, so it's not gonna do it, I guarantee it. Nope. Come on. All right, to be continued.
Do you know the story behind this at all?
It was here when he bought it, and from what we gathered, looking at Google Earth, because you can go back in time.
Okay.
From about the time we heard through the grapevine, it's set 30 years.
No way.
Before he got it. Now, the guy that moved it here, we were told that he would start it like every year, every other year.
Oh, I
just
see.
To make sure the engine was
Right.
going.
Are there many, I see a sand pit on the way. Are there many sand pits around here? You think it was used in a gravel pit or sand pit?
I
Don't know.
do not know. But I think it's super cool. If it was on my property, it might be a little different.
I told him I'll call the truck. We'll move it over there. 3,000 yards or feet. I'll drive it down there.
That's always the adventure, moving these big beasts. Once you got it to your spot where you're about ready to dig, you were like, man, I made it. This is great. And then once you could park it, man, they were digging machines. It looks like this is built with a little extra reach.
See, I think this stick is short there. I think that could be longer.
It could be.
I know it's a nice boat. It's a nice bucket.
2 1/4 yard bucket.
Is that what it says?
2 1/4 yards.
Yeah, it does. Well, Dad, walk. I mean, what do you think? I think it.
Well, let's give it a walk around. Man, look at that cylinder. No leak there. Man, look at that.
Leaked bad.
If 3 are good, you think 4 would be better?
No, I think 2 is fine.
Man, that looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Looks like it's in good shape.
I don't see any cracks.
You know, I never did look, see if there's an hour meter in it.
We'll have to look.
You can tell, you know, the tracks. See, the pins are just a little worn. Not bad, but, you know, that's kind of just what you look for. That's a good clue as to how many hours are on it, maybe.
There's that bolt that keeps it in place.
Yeah.
We didn't even have that on that Hein Warner. We just took a jackhammer and hammered some new pins in that one. Boy, they came out. They were.
You did replace it.
Yeah, we did on Hein Warner. We just took that jackhammer, held it sideways, propped it up, and just ran new ones in. Yeah, this doesn't look too bad, really. Look at even up here. Because you could tell on that how crooked, you know, they would go back and forth, the pins. These look pretty straight, don't they?
Yeah, no, it
Don't look too bad. I still bet it'd be an adventure moving this thing.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like you said, he managed to get it here.
You know, the drive chain does look like it's seized.
Yeah, I know. Good luck, man.
But, I mean, you might get into a point where you just torch it off. And
Yeah.
put a new one on, you know?
Yeah, that doesn't look like it had any bad leaks, that drive motor.
Is this the motor or is the motor inboard?
I think it's in there. It's just a bearing support, I think.
In the brake, I think.
Yeah. Wow, that's interesting.
Oh, yeah, I never noticed that.
The
That big
adjustment?
link.
Huh?
A big link there, huh? Maybe it's just a support.
I think that's the adjustment.
And then do you think that slew ring almost looks like it's filled with oil?
Oh,
Do you remember what yours were?
what are you talking about? The big swing?
The big bearing, yeah.
No, I don't recall.
Looks like
I
there's
don't-
oil.
Oh,
fill
it
caps
does look
there.
like an oil filler there, huh?
Yeah. Well, okay, so the bad news is if you got 4 functions for your boom and your swing,
Yeah.
the linkage to one of them works.
Okay.
So that's the only thing. So
Out of 4 options,
out of 4 options, one of them works.
how come? Just seized up?
One valve body is seized.
Oh no.
And then another linkage is broke that we got to fix. You
Oh,
know?
a valve body is seized, huh?
Yeah, but it could just be frozen today too. It's freaking cold.
It could have a little moisture.
There's a screen in it, but I can see oil in the bottom.
Yeah.
Through the
Okay.
screen, I can see. I mean, I got 2 buckets in the Jeep. Should I
If
put
you can
5?
see oil, it's probably
Yeah, I
good
think
enough
it's
to
good.
start. Well, what are the odds it's gonna actually start?
I think you should climb in the cab. Let me get my other camera going. And
Okay.
then I'll get back here with the ether.
Do you
Yeah,
think
it
you
might
need
not.
ether?
I can't remember.
Sometimes they don't, the Detroits, but let's see. All right, so it's got that big clutch lever on the bell housing.
Yeah, see.
Wow.
But
You think it's?
What way's disengaged? You
I'd
think?
say this is disengaged. This way you can kind of feel
Oh,
it's like
Oh.
it's a detent.
Yeah, that makes sense.
so that's nice. It'll roll over a little better, probably.
Oh, for sure. And you actually, once you had it running, you've engaged it, huh?
I tried and it didn't do nothing.
Oh,
You could hear it wind up, but you could tell there was there wasn't enough fluid in it.
Okay.
You could just tell it was spinning.
No hour meter up there.
I didn't see it.
Do you remember the throttle at all? It's like forward is maybe idle, I think. I think that's the
That
case.
should be idle all the way.
looks like
forward,
it's
right?
spring loaded, huh? Back to idle.
I could hear it.
So if it starts to take off, you're gonna hit that, and I'm gonna pull the fuel.
Yeah. So I haven't even tried. You might just get in there and just try and bump the key, I guess.
What's the starter button?
That's the key on the left.
Okay. You tell me.
What do you got? Nothing?
No, I didn't try. You ready?
No, it's the key at the bottom.
Yeah, I know. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Guess what we got?
Nothing.
Nothing. Whoa.
There's a button down below.
Oh,
Right there.
gotcha.
Feel that down below.
They must have put that on so the pranksters couldn't find it.
Probably, actually. That's smart.
Are we ready?
Yeah, roll it over. Let's see if we get any smoke. Oh, yeah. All right, hold up. Pull
Was
that shut-off cable out.
Oh, it was smoking or it wasn't?
It was smoking. I just want to make sure it stops smoking.
All right. All right, here we go.
Yeah. I mean, I'd probably just roll it over a couple times, don't you think?
Boy, it rolls over pretty good.
Yeah, it does.
You're getting smoke.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of
All
smoke.
right, let's try it. Ready?
Oh, yeah, that shut-off cable's working.
Is it smoking good?
Yeah. Yeah, and it wasn't when you had the shut-off cable out, not like it is now. Try it again. I mean, you know the drill with the Detroits.
Oh, yeah. Just a shot of ether, maybe? Well,
No,
try.
let's do that 3 times.
All right, here we go. I mean, actually, man, if we had, I didn't bring jumper cables. You got some?
I have some, yeah.
I mean, I'd be fine just rolling it over a couple more times. I don't want to drag your battery down, though.
I don't think we will. Man, I'm kind of surprised. Huh. I'm kind of surprised.
Well, the 353, it starts hard when it's this cold.
Yeah.
You gonna roll it around, try and...
Nah, I just give it a spray.
All
Don't
right,
you
give
think?
it a spray.
You gonna pull the shut-off cable?
I can't.
If things go awry?
Sure. It's not good. I'm telling you.
All right. Yeah, roll it over. I'll
All right,
give it a shot right
here we go.
Give it some throttle, I think. Just maybe 1 click.
Oh, there's 2.
All right.
All right, we good?
Yeah. Boy, you think it needs more throttle? Or you think I need to spray it more?
I think I'll spray a little more because this thing's flipping cold.
Yeah. All right, I'm ready. Ah!
Shoot.
Try it one more time.
Boy, it's like maybe it doesn't have throttle almost.
Yeah, you probably could give it a touch more.
We give 1 more click. All right?
Yep.
Four clicks.
What's the oil pressure? Left side smoking real bad. Wow. Look at her smoke. I wonder why.
I'm not sure it moved.
The left side smoking real bad. Look
Is
at
it?
Yeah, let me see.
You think it moved at all? You think that works?
There's another one over here. I don't know which one's engine oil.
It's got to have oil pressure.
Yeah, otherwise it'd be knocking like a son of a gun. Man, runs good. Yeah. Look at that left. That inside one smoking. You know, but it might clean up.
Yeah.
It had coolant in it, so I think we can let it idle.
Yeah.
I mean, it's quiet. Sounds good.
It does sound good.
What are you looking for, your phone?
Yeah.
I don't know where it is.
Yeah, I'd say let's let it idle for a while. Do you
Yeah.
remember it smoking like that?
Yeah, I was
Right.
50 degrees warmer. My guess
It'll
is
probably-
that'll disappear.
Yeah, it probably
It
will
kind of
clear
looks
up.
like it is already.
How's the blow by on the inside, you
So I was
think?
gonna go look. Doesn't look like much blow by, does it?
No, not on this side.
Man, maybe a little bit of blow by, but really not a lot. I mean, look
What?
you know, maybe a touch of blow by, but not a lot. I mean,
Not
no.
bad.
I mean,
What about the inside? You can't
I
see?
can't see. Let me go up front and look.
Yeah, crawl inside. So you think it's been sitting here for 35 years? Wow.
I don't even see a can up there, so it must be all from the same side. It's starting to clear out, but I don't think it's running on 7 cylinders, do you?
No, boy, it sounded smooth when it fired up.
So I don't.
Well, let's rev it a little bit.
Oh,
There you go. Boy, that sounds good.
Oh.
Now what?
I think it's charging.
Really?
Yeah.
What about moving? You gonna try and do anything?
Well, yeah, we can. I think we can try and bring the boom up, is what we can do, I think.
Try and pick it up?
Yeah, I think there's one function that works. I think that's the one that works. All right, so,
This one? I think this one.
no, none of those work.
Oh, really?
No.
Just this one?
I believe this pedal's the only one that works.
right now, you're not engaged.
Well, let's see.
You don't think so? Did the construction guy move it?
Here, I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, well, try it. And I'm telling you,
It's hard, yeah. Oh, yeah.
you wouldn't have fired that up that easy.
Okay.
Had that been engaged.
Okay.
Feel that thick.
All right. Wow.
Yeah.
So there's oil in it.
Ha.
There's enough. Because when I did it the first time, it was just nothing.
Oh, it didn't do anything, huh?
But then that builder added oil, and then
See, I wonder if there could be a little moisture
In
right
there.
now, you know?
Yeah, you almost
Just
wonder
some sitting.
if maybe freezing cold day is not a good day to do it.
Yeah.
I don't disagree, because if something went wrong, it could be catastrophic.
Well, that would be the most logical thing to do is to try that first.
What?
See if it
Warmer?
moves on a warmer day when, you know, perhaps there's not a little moisture in there. It wouldn't take much.
yeah. I mean, it's awful anyways with
Yeah.
6-degree hydraulic oil in it.
Yeah.
Um,
How I know it's been 30 some years. You guys on a tight timeline here?
I don't think so.
It doesn't sound like it.
Man, yeah, that would be, I think it'd be kind of foolhardy to try and rev it up and force it.
I kind of agree, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if anything was spinning.
I don't know.
I was
maybe-
trying to
maybe,
engage. It's
yeah.
just,
I'm sure there's a nice clutch on that thing.
yeah,
so.
it was trying to engage. Just who knows if there's,
You know, it's not. I'm not gonna drive it out of here today anyway, so it doesn't really matter. You know, and I can kind of work and maybe see about getting some of the linkage stuff fixed up.
That's true.
And then, you know, kind of come back and take another crack at it. So he moved the tracks and just picked the boom up.
oh
you
wow,
think?
get a video of that.
What?
That's cool. He thinks he moved it that far.
You moved it that far. And then this,
That's cool.
the bucket, that bucket used to be like this, down.
Oh, so he curled it in
So he brought it up.
and curled it in.
And then I think he moved that one too.
Okay. Well, that's why I'm thinking it kind of had more function when it was warmer out than it does today,
Probably.
which is why maybe the forcing it isn't a great idea.
So it's interesting. It's not too bad.
That top cylinder is huge. The rod on that thing's got to be like 5 to 6 inches in diameter.
Man, yeah, it'd be cool to see the bucket work.
Yeah.
So what year do you think it is? Hey, did you take a picture of that tag? There's a tag in there.
Yeah. It just gives a serial number though.
Well, that's all right, but you might be able to find something out with that. And so what's this? This is 2025. So it's probably,
The 69, I thought is what he figured.
really?
So it's a H. The machine number is H2348C, and what I wonder is if they started at 2251. So is this, you know, do they ever only make 90 of them, or, you know, it's just funny.
So if it was parked since 1990, that means it was maybe in service for 21 years. Maybe, if it was a 69.
Yeah.
Boy, it sat, you know, that's probably what it's got on its side, actually, is that it sat for so long without being used.
Yeah.
So many times you'll get one, and
By the time they get rid of it,
maybe it's got another pond or two left in it. Who knows?
So I think we're interested. Me more than you.
Oh, Uncle Randy more than you.
Yeah, he said the last thing he wants is an Insley. He wants a Heine Warner for some reason.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, he says the Insley was not smooth. He liked running the Heine Warner, but not the Insley. You said you thought the Insley was smooth. You didn't offer the same take. I don't know.
Well, maybe one of your viewers has a
Yeah.
Heine Warner for him.
Yeah, are the Insleys okay to operate? So I think we're interested, but we've got 3 linkage points. We've got to remediate. So the pivot point's broken. And then the other valve body is frozen up, and that's what I think, you know, we probably made the right call today. It's cold. It was probably 10 degrees last night. It's maybe a high of 20 today. So we just don't want to force anything in case there's moisture in the hydraulic system. There's no reason to. It's not getting out of here today. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back. I got that little linkage. I'll make up a new one of those. He's got a welder here, Cody does. So we'll come back. We'll probably start it up, start going through some stuff again. Let us know what you guys think. It's huge. It's absolutely huge. But I think if the question is, with a machine like this, do you save it or do you scrap it? I don't think it's scrap. I think it's in good shape. I mean, what else are you going to do with it, you know?
It might have a pond or two left in it.
Yeah. And then he always jokes. He says we're going to make a museum. I think this might actually be a museum piece, but I don't want to let it go to scrap. If anyone out there wants H2250, let us know. I don't think this one's tugging at our heartstrings too much, but
I wonder if anybody knows the history behind these. There's nothing on the internet of the 2250.
that'd be interesting too. What is it? Because I can find a little bit on 2500s, can't find anything on 2250s.
Is it a little bit longer reach or no? Or is that?
It looks like a short stubby arm. I would also be interested in the control layout too. There's 2 ancillary valves on this thing that I don't know what they do. The one lever to the left of your seat, what does that do? And then there's that valve right under the lift cylinders. What is that one supposed to do too? Does it have like a heavy lift mode or something? I don't know, where it's slower. I think that's it. What do you think?
No, I think that's it. It's in better shape than I thought. It really doesn't look like it has a lot of hours.
No.
Most of where you see is really on that bucket. But we'll know when we know more and we try and move it. But
Yeah. I think I want to start it up one more time.
yeah.
Why not?
Go ahead.
Man. That oil pressure gauge moves. So
Does it?
it's just miscalibrated.
V8. 860,
He's in love
871.
with it, I can tell.
Yeah, it was worth it just to hear that 871 fire up. Boy, does that sound good.
All right, thanks for watching. Let us know what you guys think. I have a feeling we'll be back, but we'll see.
You better shut it off. You don't know how much fuel it has.
Oh.
Hey, Did he ever say he added fuel to it? I wonder.
Why?
He must have added some.
Yeah,
I wonder if that diesel could be 35 years old.
it could be.
Your viewers would know.
I think the diesel and the gas from years ago will sit longer than today's stuff. You know, I feel like now when you put fuel in some of the stuff, you make it worse.